Well, Thizwihangwi Nemanashe, known to many as Tzafenda, is a rap artist born and raised in Soshanguve. Well, his sound and lyrics are a fusion of Tshi-Venda, English and SiPitori, which brings out something unique and different. So far, he's released 4 albums, Rhythm and Poetry, The Second Coming, The Third Wave, and Dr. Stress. Well, he has a new single out titled Mapungubwe, and he joins us now in studio to tell us more. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live. How are you?
For having me. I'm great.
Good, thank you. I mean, take us through your musical journey. When did music make its way into your life?
I would say it's a family thing. I mean, I started writing music when I was like 12, 13. My grandmother, my mother's father used to sing. My father used to sing in church, of course. And I just gravitated to music since then. But seriously, like taking music seriously, I started to like when I went to university. I was a hip hop DJ before I became a rap artist. And then 2017, I was like, you know, maybe I should actually just do this.
Yeah.
If no one is going to do it for social, let me just do it myself.
Yeah.
Then I tested with one single that was called Ndodzura, which basically meant reminiscing. And it was good reception. And I was like, okay, I need time to do this.
Yeah.
Then lockdown hit in 2020. You know, less working hours, less anything to do. I couldn't coach my soccer team anymore, I was soccer coach. I was like, okay, I need to go to the studio because I was going crazy sitting around at home.
Yeah.
So I went to the studio, did one song. Then I'm sitting on like 200 or more songs now since then.
Yeah.
Since 2020, June.
Now speak to us about the other singles and the other albums that you received, or that you released rather. How was it received and what's been the response from music lovers?
Well, the first 3 albums were basically just to get the name out there. That was Rhythm and Poetry 1, 2, and 3. That's Rhythm and Poetry, Second Wave and Third Wave, which were released in between 2021 and 2022.
Yeah.
Which were received very well. I was also trying to find my pace and my place in terms of what kind of hip-hop I want to make. I wanted to make something that is authentically South African and African. Like no sound, foreign sound, nothing. Just pure South African sound, basically me with Mapungubwe. So I got it on the 3rd album when I released the song called Owami with a guy from Alexander called Buffalo. And people gravitated to that kind of sound. I call it Afro rap.
Right.
Yeah. So then this is the first single from the current album, which is coming out this year, Dr. Stress.
Yeah.
Which is really just Afro rap, which is a subgenre of Afro hip hop.
Talk to us about working on Dr. Stress and what were the highlights of making this album?
The highlights were finally having my own identity to say, okay, this is the kind of hip hop I want to make. And also working with some of the greatest untapped talent, like Shemaine. I didn't know Shemaine could sing until...
You and I both.
Yeah, until one day, you know, I was just driving to work. She's like, yo, I need a lift home because we both live in Pretoria. I'm like, okay, let's go. So she had me playing some of my music from a previous album. She's like, oh, you make music? I'm like, yes, I do. She's like, I sing. I'm like, really? You? She's like, yeah. So she sent me some of the clips. I said, all right, pull up to the studio and Sosh.
Yeah.
Pulled up to the studio, then this was the first song we recorded. And
I mean, it's an amazing song. Who else did you work with? I mean, you just spoke about the untapped talent that you featured.
My main producer is Killer Tone. He is off the charts. Like, the boy can make beats, the boy can make any beat, and he can sing, right? He's back home, and then there's the T-Squared, who I'm going to perform one of our songs from the current album from, called Marato, pure vocalist. No auto-tune, no what, just him doing his thing. So it's a lot of young talent from Pretoria and Soshanguve and other places. I've worked with people from Eastern Cape. I've worked with people even from KZN.
And how was your maturity and your growth reflected in Dr. Stress? And when you look and compare to this album and the previous ones, how is your maturity reflected in this album?
It's a big jump. It's very different. If you listen to my previous 3 albums, it's a lot of foreign sound. That's another thing. So you have your boom bap, you have your trap beats.
Right.
It's a lot of trap, it's a lot of boom bap, and I'm trying to, sift through the maze to see, what is what. On this one, I know, okay, I'm doing Afro rap, this is my sound. I'm doing a bit of choir rap because that's still South African sound. This is my sound and this is the direction I'm taking. But the messages have been the same, but the delivery is better. The sound is better and the concepts are better.
Yeah. What is that message? What themes do you address in this particular project?
That's the beauty of hip-hop or rap music. You can basically rap about anything.
All right.
Yeah, so I take myself or as an artist, as a historian or a social commentator. So basically, I'm going to talk about history like Mapungubwe or record things that are happening in the country from socio-economic, political to personal. Not necessarily from, my own personal experience, because 90% of the time I'm just, taking by observation and writing about it.
Yeah. Talk to us about the making of this video. I mean, it looks like it was a lot of fun too.
It was a lot of time and a lot of work. We went to Tzafenda or Vembe, which is what it's called today. So we shot the video for over 2 days.
Right.
So that was 2 days in Vembe, that was in Mukumbani Tea Farm, that was in Pipidi Falls, and we went to my grandmother's village, in a village called Zimauri in the Mutare district. Very beautiful place. The mountains you see at the end of the video, and then the streams and whatnot, that's my grandmother's village.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where my pops grew up. So, and then the second day, we shot just outside Mapungubwe National Heritage Site, in just after Musina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why was it important that you go back to your roots, especially because of the message behind the song?
Yes. I figured, if we are going to do a song about a place and a people, we need to present the people the way they're supposed to be presented. And yeah, that was the whole point. It has to be as authentic as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hence you see even with the dress code.
Yeah. Speak to us about promoting the album Where To From Here, as you go and make people aware of the single and the entire album.
Well, it's mostly, we're in the new age of technology and digital. So the song is already out there at radio stations, TV stations, already playing on different TV channels, music channels. And online, the video's been out for 2 months. It's doing well online, especially on YouTube. It's on 130,000 views, I think, in about 2 months, which is not bad for an unknown artist.
Yeah.
So,
well, you're known now. Tzafenda, thank you so much for talking to us. Good luck going forward. He's going to perform for us a little later on the show at around 6:55 and, of course, at around 7:25. And he was talking to us about his latest single, Mapungubwe, from his album Dr. Stress.